What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Jay, this is Route 1, we are back once again with some more Pokemon Scarlet. In the last episode, we went to the final town, which was Alphanada, and once we got to Alphanada, we faced the final gym leader, which was the Psychic Gym Leader, Tulip. And I think the final gym leader was challenging enough, it wasn't difficult at all to be honest. I think we had the right team members applied. Although the final gym test, I gotta admit, was not great. It was not as bad as the water gym test, but still, it was pretty far down there. Because all it was just a basic version of DDR, or Guitar Hero, in which we just had to dance. But despite that, I'm very happy that we are through with all of the Pokemon gyms. Which means the only thing to do left for that is the Pokemon League. But that will have to wait for another episode, because today, we have to finish off the Titan storyline. And to do that, we have to go over to the Lighthouse to meet Arvin and Professor Sada. And that's where Professor Sada's lab is. So my plan for today's episode is to finish the Titan storyline and then head back to the academy to do our final exams. So without further ado, let's get started with today's episode of Pokemon Scarlet. So currently looking at my team at the moment, I want to have a bit of a switch around because I feel like we got to face Arvin. If we're finishing this storyline, we got to face Arvin and maybe even Professor Sada, because we haven't even met Professor Sada at all yet, not in person at least. So first I'm going to swap Grimmsnarl with Tinkaton, Tyranitar with Toxtricity, and we will swap Goldengo with Arboliva. So now the team's sorted, let's go over to the Lighthouse. I would say it feels so long since we were last in this area, but since Crydon's like fully upgraded, obviously apart from Battle, I've been exploring pretty much the entirety of the map to see if there's anything I've missed out. In terms of coming over to the Lighthouse, it has been a hot minute since I've last been here. I think the last time I came here was when we met Arvin originally. Seriously, you beat me here? Yeah, Arvin, like, I've been away from this game for like a week and a half. Well, this is the lab. I used to come here to play all the time when I was a kid. There better be good reason for calling us here like this. Yeah, by the way, Professor Sada, world's worst mother, neglecting a kid. Let's go find out. Everyone always says she's some kind of genius, absolutely brilliant as a Pokemon professor. My mom, that is. But let me tell you, as a parent, she's the worst. Facts. All she ever does is work, never comes home. I don't have a single memory of her ever even playing with me, her own kid. My boast is the only one who was there for me always. Jeez. Anyway, it's open now. Going in. You don't want to come in, Arvin? I don't blame you if you don't want to. I just want to get this over with. So, like, Giovanni and all these other Pokemon villains of, like, you know, world domination and all these other plans that they have. Like, yeah, they're alright villains. But this is, like, the true... Oh, my God, like, really big cinematic here. Yeah, but, like, neglecting your kid, like, that's one of the most villainous things you can do. This lab seems a bit dusty. I need your help. What do you need help with? I'm currently at the deepest point of Area 0 in the great crater of Paldea. I have been researching the unique Pokemon here for a very long time. I'm asking the two of you to lend a hand to help carry out the final step of the great Professor Sada's glorious research. So you're speaking in third person now, Sada, but there is something we need first, something that can be found within the lab. And we need the Scarlet book. Wait, do you mean this book? Ah, so you took it from my lab, did you, Arvin? This expedites things. Bring the Scarlet book to the deepest depths of Area 0. I promise that it will be an experience worth treasuring if you come. How do we get to Area 0? I thought that was blocked off until like the DLC. I must note, however, that Area 0 is both home to vicious Pokemon and outfitted with powerful cybernetic security systems. It seems to me that you might struggle if the two of you were to enter alone. You may take the time to gather some reliable allies before you come, if you feel the need. I will be awaiting you in the deepest part of Area Zero whenever you arrive. Area Zero. That place is bad news. It was down in Area Zero that my Bostiff got wounded in the first place. Down in the great crater of Paldea. In all honesty, I'd be perfectly happy never to see that place again. I don't blame you. Are you going to go? Of course I'm going to go. We might find our treasure. Yeah, of course I'm going to go. I suppose she did ask. Oh, mate, you don't need to listen to your mother. She's barely your mother anyway. And I just can't stand by and watch while a friend heads off into danger on his own. So I guess I'm going too. Besides, I'd love to give Mum a piece of my mind. Yeah, please. Please, mate. Alright then. Lucy, outside. We're going to have a Pokemon battle to see if we're ready to head into Area Zero or not. There we go. So we get to battle Arvin. Mostly to see if I'm ready or not. Let's go. Oh, my Bostiff's here. Alright, you ready for a battle, Lucy? Alright, bring it on, Arvin. Excellent. You're ready too, right, my Bostiff? Good boy. Yep, my Bostiff says he's ready. You're battling with my Bostiff? Wait, are you sure about this? Okay, yeah, I can see why you'd be worried. But my buddy here's bursting with energy. You never know, he was so weak just a little while ago. Won't leave me alone. Always whining at me, wanting to battle you and your Pokemon. It's been so long I nearly forgot, but he always loved to battle. Even if we always lost to the student council girl. The battle fanatic one. Anyway, my point is there's no need to worry. We're a brand new Arvin and my Bostiff, and we're feeling audacious, or maybe herbaceous. Let me give you a taste of what we can do. Alright, Arvin. Bring it on, bud. You are challenged by Pokemon Trainer Arvin. And he starts with the Fat Squirrel. So he's probably, I would imagine he's got all his Pokemon that he had when we faced a Titan Pokemon. I imagine that's his full lineup. Level 58, we are level 65. Flamethrower to start off with. Need stronger attacks on this one. Earthquake. Oh, that ain't good. Yeah, super effective. We can handle it though. Ingredient is burns. Love the animation on this. So nice. One more attack should do it. Let's go for with a crunch. A bit of a snap. This is potentially what I'm going to use to face the Elite Four as well. This team that I've got right here. At least the majority of them. So let's do a Solar Beam. Well, this might be a one-shot. No, but it's half the health though. Body press. Ooh, yeah, that's super effective. Let's give Seed Bomb a go. Ooh, just about. Please don't use a Stone Edge. Bugger. Sorry, I believer. See, Dig or Earthquake? Yeah, Earthquake, please. There we go. Max Revive on our believer. Oh, bugger. Sorry, Skeledirge. Let's swap in Tinkerton. See, knockoff, Draining Kiss, Play Rough, or Gigaton Hammer. Gigaton Hammer, please. Ooh, yes, nice one shot. And we need another Max Revive on Skeledirge. Hopefully you don't use a grass move. Energy Ball, yeah, that's a grass move. Oh, that's very close. Let's just go for an earthquake. Hopefully that'll do it. No. Integral bugger. Okay, I don't want to keep using max revives on my team. Come on, Toxtricity. Battle and a gunk shot. Boom. Well, hopefully a discharge will do the business in one, and it will. There he is. Let's celebrate your full recovery with a glow up. Time to terrestrialize from Boaster. Ooh, what terror type are you turning him into? Which one's that? Yeah, we'll swap in with Tinkerton. Psychic Fangs. That's fine. We can handle that. We will go with a Play Rough. Nabosa's holding on well. Good boy. I don't know why I'm cheering for the other Pokemon, but we've all grown closer to Nabosa for this. And then a Draining Kiss. Get some health back. Very nice. And that is all of Arvon's Pokemon, I believe. We were so close, Nabosa, so close. But Rusi, thanks, little buddy. No worries, bro. This is the strength for someone who could take down those Titan Pokemon, huh? Damn straight. Yeah, much as I hate to admit it, I do think we're going to need some more support. The Pokemon in Area 0 are super strong, and there are all sorts of weird machines there too. So is that relating to Pokemon Scarlet then? I'd say we need at least 2 more people. Somebody with some champion rank levels, and somebody who can deal with crazy tech. Crazy tech. Oh, Penny! Penny's a hacker. That sounds like Penny, maybe Nimona. Penny? Penny, that crazy smart hacker girl who was the big boss of behind Team Star. I mean, yeah, she'd be perfect for the job, but when did you go making friends with some shady character like her? Oh, Arvin, there's an entire third of my life. That's you have no idea what's going on. But well, we've got to do what we've got to do. Whoever you think could help, just try getting in good with them. We'll see if we can't get a team together. Get in touch. If you make progress, I'll do the same. Alright, I guess see you later, Arvin. But that is the Path of Legends completed. So, are we able to speak to Penny at all? We got Nimona there for Victory Road at the Pokemon League. But I don't see Penny anywhere around. So, I guess that we have to do the Victory Road stuff to defeat the Elite Four, etc, etc. And then we'll be able to meet Penny, Arvin, and Nimona to conclude the overall story, which I think is not going to be next episode. So I think the next episode is going to be like facing the Pokemon League and facing Nimona and the Elite Four as well. And maybe, is it Geeta? Geeta or Greeta? Like facing all those. So what we can do this episode is go back to the academy and do our exams. We have the biology, maths, history, language, battle studies, art, home ec, final exams to do. Hopefully I'm able to remember all the stuff that we learned in the class. I did do them in bulk, but it's been like a week or 2 since I last played the game, and that's the last time I've done the classes, so hopefully I'll be able to remember them. But we're going to start with the biology final exam. Hello everyone. Today is our final exam. It will cover everything I've taught you so far, but I'm sure you will all do just fine. Take your time and contemplate each question carefully. How many of the following 4 methods make it easy to catch a Pokemon? Inflicting paralysis, using a Poketoy, feeding a berry, surprising it from behind. The first one? No, yeah, the first one. I thought like, oh, maybe feeding a berry, but no, like this ain't Pokemon Go. So yeah, 1. True or false? You can get a new Pokemon only by catching them yourself or trading with others. False. You can evolve Pokemon to a new form and register them. If a Pokemon is holding an Everstone, will using an item that induces evolution such as a Firestone cause it to evolve? Yes, it will. No, it won't. No, it will not. What is the probability of running into a shiny Pokemon? 1 in 4,000, 1 in 2,000, or 1 in 6,000? 1 in 4,000. But we haven't come across 4,000 Pineco, but we caught that the first time we were introduced to Pineco. A shiny version, that is. True or false? A Pokemon known as Oricorio has 3 forms. No. This question won't affect your grade. Do you have anything you would like to say about my class? I'm still getting used to this teaching thing, but I sure had fun as your teacher. It was fun. Thanks for being our teacher. Keep teaching, you can do it. Right, time's up. Whether you like it or not, I hope everyone enjoyed tackling those questions. I snuck a little bonus question there right at the end. Shh, our little secret. The last time you got told off for putting a secret question in. Let's see how you did on a biology test. We got... Oh, bugger. Okay, we need to take the exam again. Damn. The last time we went for 1, 2. True or false? Trading items. That's false. Holding an Everstone about evolution was well, no. And Oricorio 3 forms. False. Hopefully we can do better this time. 4 out of 5. Good. So that's biology done. The X-biology is not showing up anymore, so let's do maths. Alright everyone, it's time to begin our final exam. I'm sure the fun experiences you all had in my class will serve you well as you answer. How many Great Balls could you purchase with 3,000 if each one cost 600? 5. If a water-type move with a power of 100 lands a critical hit on a grass-type Pokemon, what will the move's power be? It will be... So critical is doubled... 75? Under normal conditions, what percent chance does Stone Edge have to land a critical hit? Let's go for the highest number. If a Pokemon uses Sword Dance twice to boost its attack by 4 stages, how does the damage... How much damage will its physical move do? Triple damage. If a Rock-type Pokemon whose Terra type is Rock terrestrializes, what will the power of Rock-type moves multiply by? That will multiply by twice, double the power. Alright everyone, time is up. Put your hands on your laps now. This test was a culmination of all I taught you. I'm sure you all did just fine. So you must get 3 questions, midterms, 4 questions out of 5 on the final exam. We got on our maths test, we got 5 out of 5. There we go, first time around as well. So the ones that left: history, languages, battle studies, art, and home ec. Let's just carry on down the list and go with history. Greetings, my little students. It's time for our final examination. Summon your historical knowledge from the dark recesses of your minds and answer the questions. What is the area within the great crater of Paldea called? The core area, area 0, the crater area. That will be area 0. How many years ago was the academy founded? 805. Which of these did not appear in the Paldean fairy tale about the 4 treasures? A vessel, a folding fan, a set of tables, a set of beads. Oh, a set of tablets. A folding fan. Which Area Zero expedition member wrote the record of the team's activities? Heath? How many years ago did Professor Sada invent the Terra Orbs? 10 years ago. The time is up. Put your writing utensils down. You must excuse that last question. It is too shallow and ridiculous to be on a history test. But alas, the director forced me to include it. So for history, we got 5 out of 5. I wasn't expecting to get all the answers correct there. Next is languages. Like, okay, out of all the classes, languages is my least favourite to do. in this academy. Not a fan. I quite like the other ones, but languages can suck an egg. Today we take a final exam. That is, and do your best. Are you ready? Let's begin. Which of the following means delicious? B. What do these two foreign phrases mean? I'm coming home, time to eat, I love you, I love you. Pika. Based on what you just heard, what emotion do you think Pikachu was expressing? Oh god, like, yeah, when I was doing this class, like, it ain't great, but I would say happiness. Based on what you just heard, what emotion do you think Pikachu was expressing? I mean, I don't know. Wasn't really paying attention. Anger? What is your beloved teacher's name? He's not a beloved teacher. He's a teacher. He's up his own ass, but it's Salvatore. Time's up. Put down your pens. That's it. I assume your obligatory question, last question, that is, gave you no trouble. I'm sure you all did great. Bravo, my friends. You can get your scores. Go through school's front desk. Right, for this one, I'm not feeling confident. We got 3 out of 5. Oh, damn. Guarantee it was those Pikachu responses. The other ones I'm pretty confident with. It's those damn Pikachu noises. It doesn't help that Pikachu does the same animation for them as well. Delicious. Te ame. I love you. So, the first time we answered happiness. Let's go with anger. Cha. Cha is... Alright, yeah, let's swap happiness and anger around. These questions. And Salvatore. So, we got 5 up. So, it was the Pikachu responses. Pokemon, don't include that in the next game. Or at least you're going to do that. At least update the Pokemon sound effects. So, something a bit more fun this time. We have Battle Studies, Art, and Home Ec. We'll do Battle Studies, one of my more favourite classes to take with Miss Dendra. It's finally game day. Today is our final exam. Time to put your game faces and do battle with those test sheets. Watch here boosts attack and special attack for all allies during terrain battle. Go all out, go all in, out we go. Go all out. What do we call the battles that Pokemon sent out with R button do on their... I feel like that's like translated straight from Japanese. Like, that's not me, is it? Like, that wording just doesn't make sense. What do we call battles that Pokemon sent out with the R button? Surely that should be like, when pressing the R button, what does a Pokemon do when it's on its own? So I think auto fights, auto battles, you can do it, battles, auto battles. How should you attain LP points? Or league points? Take on gyms, exchange materials, hack the system. Yeah, well, if it's to do with Team Star, then hack the system, but I'm guessing the correct answer is to exchange materials, because we only get cash when we're faced with Pokemon gyms. High level Pokemon are adjusted to what level using the flat rules in linked battles, level 50. When you're using normal rules in linked battles, you can use multiple Pokemon of the same species and multiples of the same held item. True. Time's up, put your pencils down. I saw you giving it everything you got. I'm sure you'll all get perfect scores. You all did so well in my class. If you pass this test, you'll officially be Battle Masters. And for Battle Studies, we got, drumroll, 5 out of 5. Get in. So we have Art and Home Ec. Let's go with Art. With Mr. Hassel. And we're going to be meeting Mr. Hassel pretty soon to battle him as well, because he's one of the Elite Four members. I do hope you're all ready, because it's time for your final exam. Focus and do your best. What is the name of a restaurant where you can change the Pokemon's type? The Treasure Eatery. What is the name of Brassia's signature art installation that we discussed in class? Sensitive Sunflora, Sobbing Sunflora, Surrendering Sunflora. That is C. How many waterfalls are counted among the 10 sites of Paldea? I mean, there's a bunch of waterfalls, but do they count like the waterfalls in the locations as one, or each waterfall in that location? Let's go with a middle answer, 3. Where can you find the million volt skyline? Million volt skyline. That was in Levincia. The marks a Pokemon has are present when you first meet, and none can be added later. Are the marks the shape symbols? Because you can always you can change them whenever. So yeah, you can change them. Time's up. That's it for today's test. Pencils down, please. Thank you all so much for learning about art with me. No problem, Hassel. The time we shared has left a mark that I will treasure, I promise you. And it is my sincere wish that all of you go on to even greater, more prosperous futures. So for art, we got 4 out of 5. I'll take it. We have one final exam to go, and hopefully that'll be it for all the studying we need to do at the academy. You know what? I have yet to do any sandwich stuff on this game. I feel like if it was more essential, I would have been doing it quite constantly. But considering I've done none of the sandwich stuff at all, I don't really see the need of it, to be honest. Regardless, anyway. The time has come to test how well you've all learned in my class. Let's begin before the information simmering in your brains from the last minute cram session fades. Which of the following meal powers makes it easier to come across shiny Pokemon? Sparkling, counter catching, sparkling because of shiny? Which of the following is not an effect of egg power? It makes eggs hatch faster. It helps strong Pokemon. It makes eggs easier to find. I have no idea. An effect, so strength. What is a simple yet important tactic for increasing your effectiveness of meal powers? Make food more often, make food at home, make food with others. With others? What is the correct action to take when your adorable Pokemon becomes dirty? Pokemon wash, dash, or wish? Wash. Wash that Pokemon. Keep it clean. Not all Pokemon though, apparently. This is a question about Academy rules. Should you change your uniform tops and bottoms to properly match each season? No. The time for answering questions has come to an end. Please stop writing. I made the questions a little easier than I'd planned to, as a way of saying thank you for informing me about the Rotom phone cases. I trust that you all gave this exam everything you had so that you will not have to retake it. So for the last exam, home ec, we got 5 out of 5. Wonderful. Now you can focus all your efforts onto this year's treasure hunt. Be careful out there. Well, before we do that, now we've finished our exams, I wonder if we can go and talk to any of the teachers. Oh, we can. So one is in the entrance hall. Ah, Rafer. Lucy, the time has come. The cursed treasures, the 4 Pokemon of Ruin, they exist, and I stumbled upon the truth in the newspaper of all places. An interview piece with a carpenter no less. The Pokemon wielders apparently used scared stakes to steal these treasures off Ruin in shrines. There is a separate shrine for each of the 4 Pokemon. The 8 stakes driven into the ground are the areas surrounding each shrine to keep the powers of Ruin at bay. So are these the swords that I've been finding in all these random places? It is! In other words, if all the stakes for a given shrine were to be removed, it would release the Pokemon held inside. Don't you think it would be nice to free those Pokemon from confines of their tiny little shrines, Ruthie? Yes, because I've kind of been doing that anyway. Although I've saw a few of the doors, but I haven't opened them. I've got a lot of the swords, or at least I've come across a lot of the swords and they disintegrated. A kind soul, I see. You are proving truly useful. According to a descendant of the Pokemon wielders in the story, you must have a bond with Pokemon in order to remove the stakes. I'm sure someone as Pokemon savvy as yourself would have no trouble at all with that. You can choose for yourself whether to believe me or not, but I will mark the locations on the shrines on your map. Ooh, thank you very much. I'd rather go myself, of course, but skipping out on my classes to go adventuring seems to have made the director a little suspicious of me. You can think of it as part of your treasure hunt. Treasures of ruins are still treasures after all. I hope you will investigate these shrines if you are at all inclined to do so. So more activities are happening, which I was not expecting. I thought it was just going to be the Pokemon League and then the final bit of the story, but I think that's definitely something I want to do on camera. How soon, new kid? You're here to do a little shopping? I came to see you. Yeah, I'm here to shop. I came to see you. I'm here to check out the sandwiches they've got for sale. The school store's sandwiches taste great and have excellent nutritional balance too. You're not making your own? What happened to your intensive training? I guess I'm just not used to it. All that training kind of wore me out. I achieved my goal anyway, so I'm going to take a break from sandwich making for a bit. Alright, I didn't tell you what my goal was. I wanted to pay Nurse Miriam back for everything she does for me. It was my way of saying thanks. She's so nice and so skilled at what she does. I really look up to her. I wanted to try sandwich making so I could be skilled at doing something for other people, like she is, but I guess I just wasn't cut out for it. What I am cut out for, though, is being full of energy, so I decided to focus on that instead. Like I said in class, I think people on Pokemon should make their strong points stronger. You really helped me out, new kid. Take this as a way of saying thanks. Ooh, what do I get? 10 bottles of protein. Alright then, what should I go with today to get my protein in? You formed a close bond with Miss Dendra. Well, hello there, Rooty. You always seem to appear at the most crucial of moments. The most crucial of moments? Something going on? What's occurring? Well, you see, Master Hassel, I'm here to collect you. So I see. I'm glad that you finally made up your mind about taking your place as leader of the family. Well, it is indeed true that I have made up my mind. I have made up my mind to continue teaching here at the academy. How could you? Are you saying that you don't care what happens to our proud lineage? I'm saying that I have other priorities. Have a look around at the art decorating this room, would you? The children here are letting their senses, their perspectiveness, grow freely. I do not wish to say that protecting our family's ancient bloodline is of no importance. I simply wish to see young talent blossom and grow into the future. It just seems so much more fun for me, if I'm being honest. What's utter nonsense? And yet, your fearless, unflinching commitment to that nonsensical vision proves that you're worthy of carrying the will of the dragons, Master Hassel. I will not give up. I will come as many times as I need to in order to change your mind. Oh, by all means, my door is open. I think you'll soon find that you've met your match in stubbornness. I thought I could be cowed by some story spun up by my father's deteriorating health. I'm not so easily fooled. I will return another day. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I was so very close to resigning my post as teacher and returning to my home, but the students here gave me courage to say no. That includes you, Rooty. Your words truly brought me strength. I barely said anything. I cannot think of a way I can possibly repay my debt to you young ones. Take this, if you will, insufficient as it may be in expressing the full breadth of my gratitude. 50 Dragon Terror Shards? Holy cow. Now then, let it all be clear. I, Hassel, will continue on my chosen path as instructor to the use of the world. I have discovered the name of the incredibly sweet condiment. It's called Sweet Herba Mystica. If you should find it during the course of your treasure hunt, I would be grateful if you would share some with me. Give Mr. Seguro some of your Sweet Herba Mystica. Yes? Oh, we don't have any. Okay. So we need to find some then. My dear Rooty, poor me here is as healthy as can be. Well, it seems being quiet is simply a part of this one's personality. but it's hard for a Pokemon to communicate with its fellows without speaking up. As you know, wild Pokemon use their cries to tell each other all sorts of things, like the location of food, of weather, or whether there are predators nearby. So even if I were to release it back into the wild, I'm afraid it may not be able to do those sorts of things. What do you think, Lucy? Where does Pawmi belong? How about here? With you, Mr. Salvatore? With you? You cared for it? Oh, I didn't expect to hear my name. I was so focused on getting it back in good health so I could return it to the wild that I didn't even consider that possibility. What do you think about that idea, my little Pawmi friend? There we go, it just wants attention, it wants affection. Even without speaking Pokemon language myself, I know that reply means yes. Oh my dear Lucy, merci so very, very much for all your help with Pawmi. All the more reason you should have this here, a rare Pokemon for you to raise. You received a meow from Mr. Salvatore? Oh, I'm so happy, yes. I, Salvatore, will take it upon myself to look after Pawmi for good. I will indeed. So I'm guessing we come back to these two teachers once we've done those tasks that they've asked us to do. Oh, there is Miss Time in the schoolyard though. She's having trouble not talking to the student, or the student was trying to get a hold of her and she was just not ignoring them, but like she didn't have the courage to talk to them herself. Lucy, help me keep an eye out, would you? I set up a little ambush here for that girl who keeps watching me. She'll be here any second. An ambush? Why? Well, you see, it's not very pleasant knowing she's just staring at me all the time. And now I know what she looks like after seeing her in the cafeteria. Ah, it's you, isn't it? You're the one who's been secretly watching me recently. Time? How'd you know I guess you must have noticed me. I'm so sorry. Well, of course I noticed. You were watching me practically all day, every day after all. I assume there's something you want to ask me? Yes, I do. I've been a huge fan of yours since your time as a gym leader, and I love rock-type moves so very much. But you just suddenly retired from your post as gym leader a year and a half ago. Why did you quit? My goodness. Is that all you wanted to ask? Yes. Your reason for retiring was never made public, but it's well known among the students here that you just avoid the question anytime it's asked. I thought it would be rude to ask you a question that you don't want to answer, so I just couldn't find the courage to ask. So that's why your gaze felt so intense. I see, forgive me. As for the reason I quit my job as gym leader, I simply wanted to focus more on my job as a teacher. It's not that I dislike being a gym leader or anything of that sort. Quite the contrary. Talking about the gym fills me with feelings of nostalgia and sadness. That's why I always avoid answering the question when students ask. Oh, I see. Do you have any plans of becoming a gym leader again? No, I'm afraid I don't plan to do so. My sister is doing a splendid job as gym leader in my stead. I personally find being a teacher is most enjoyable these days. But since I am in fact your teacher, I would appreciate it if you call me Miss Time. As students do, not just Time. Talk to me with respect, kid. Okay, I'm sad to hear that, but I understand. Thank you so much, Miss Time. Well, I suppose that solves the mystery. That made me so nervous. I said so many things to try to sound cool. I was certainly a little scared when I felt that girl's intense gaze on me, but having you here with me allowed me to do what needs to be done to face what turned out to be one of my biggest fans. I must thank you for always showing up at just the right time, Lucy. Allow me to show you my appreciation a little. I hope these help. 50 rock terrace. Ooh, cool. And we formed a close bond with Miss Time. So we must get 50 terra shards of a certain Pokemon type once we've grown close enough to that teacher and done so many tasks or interacted with them so many times. I guess that must be the final reward. I was kind of hoping for a Pokemon battle with each of the teachers, but I'll take 50 Terra Shards. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end it there for today. We are finally done with all the school classes, which I'm very happy that is out the way now. Although we do have a couple more things that we could do for the teachers, but I'll do that maybe not next time because I want to do the Pokemon League, but maybe the session after that. Speaking of the Pokemon League, that is what we're going to do next session. Maybe for the next 2 sessions, depending on how long that bit's going to last. But for now, that's going to be it from me. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time on Route 1.